The Overwatch League may be over, but the next generation of stars are having their breakout moments, and Overwatch Esports is far from dead. Between the 2023 Overwatch World Cup, the qualifiers for the Overwatch Flash Ops Holiday Showdown, and the Saudi E-League's second season, new faces are popping up every other week, and the newbies are already starting to stake their claim of control for the future narrative of Overwatch Esports. These are Overwatch Esports' newest breakout players that you need to watch out for going into 2024. First up, Team Japan. All of them. The entirety of Team Japan at the 2023 World Cup should be on any shortlist for the future of Overwatch Esports. KSG, Cloud, these are names that APAC fans will know, but international fans should pay close attention to. Throughout the 2023 World Cup, KSG was one of the most surprising doomfists coming into the event. Facilitating Japan's high-tempo style, Cloud showcased an incredible portfolio of aggressive players on Alari and Zenyatta, while still being in a position to keep KSG alive in sticky situations. There is no reason for a Team France full of Overwatch League veterans to be struggling and losing to an admittedly successful Overwatch Contenders team that composes Team Japan's impressive run. Unless, of course, they were quite good. Next to them, you have playmakers like Kyuki, who are the definition of fearless. Whether he's playing flanks on Echo or clutching up with Mei, this is a DPS player that catalyzes Team Japan's hyper-aggressive approach, and you discount any of these players at your peril. Pencil them in for a big 2024 once the future of Overwatch Esports has been decided. Moving on, while this list is mostly reserved for more green players who are ready for their breakout moments in the sunlight, Vestola never received his with the Paris Eternal, as it was back in 2021. And with his performance for Team Finland during the 2023 World Cup, he has gotta be primed to exercise the demons of Overwatch League's past and make a fresh start on a successful run through 2024. Throughout the bronze medal match against Team South Korea, Vestola couldn't help but find purchase with Sigma. His mechanical masterwork on the day, coupled with his mind for the game, made this event one of his best. Just look at this example. Team Finland is primed to win New Queen Street, but has to secure one final team fight victory. Vestola is first to the scene and starts to survey from the high ground, noticing that South Korea's Mei is missing from the point. Knowing that she's also likely to be banking a blizzard, they assume she's hiding somewhere. And the pivotal stun, pick, and eventual fight win that comes from this was the key to Team Finland achieving a historic bronze medal at the Overwatch World Cup against a team who, for many, were the favourites to win it all. Vestola was Team Finland's bulwark against the storm, their unassailable wall against all comers. Do not let his stint in the Overwatch League fool you. This guy is more than just good. So that's your tank sorted, but what about supports? The support role, for years, has been homogenising down its sub-roles. More traditionally, you have two clear support players, one who's more capable of playing different picks, like Zenyatta, Kiriko, and Ana, while the other typically picks Lucio or Brigitte with a couple of other picks under their belt if they need them. But at the 2023 World Cup, we were treated to a prime example of how those archaic mantles are being blended together. Team Spain's Jesus Galar Lopez showed real promise during their quarterfinal match against the eventual winners, Team Saudi Arabia. Not only did he look more than comfortable on Lucio, but a key string of plays while he was on Alari proves that he has more to offer than just a boost of speed. Being stuck behind enemy lines is, more often than not, a recipe for death and setting your team back. But Galar flipped the odds on their head, becoming a nuisance that would end up nearly allowing Team Spain to stonewall Team Saudi Arabia. You don't push the eventual world champions all the way without some serious skill behind you, and Galar has everything he needs to be a force in 2024 Overwatch Esports. A not-so-wise man once said, "There are no good players in Overwatch Contenders." And just in case it's been astoundingly obvious what we think of that, well, we think it's goofy, and that's putting it very PG. To be fair, it's always been goofy, but that quote has been stampeded into the mud by now. Overwatch Contenders talent has forever been discounted, clearance sale players and teams that will flat out call good, but not great. No one here is claiming these players or any new upstart will be the face of the esport going into next year. But the cruel truth is that with the fall of the Overwatch League, more players than ever will likely have the chance to be. So yes, the Overwatch League has been dissolved, and yes, despite its faults, we're incredibly sad about that, but that doesn't mean that Overwatch Esports just comes to a screeching halt. Look no further than the Pro-Am, the World Cup, or any of the events that are undoubtedly in the planning stage for next year. Young talent is still here in Overwatch, and they can play. All they need is a platform to perform on. Fact of the matter is this: the future of Overwatch Esports might be unknown, but it is out there. New prospects are there to be discovered and are clearing a path for themselves into whatever world 2024 has in store for us. Former Florida Mayhem star Checkmate probably said it best: "We will always be here. ready to play more games. We're just waiting for you guys to call. Well, plenty of players are waiting on the line. The question is, will you tune in to hear them? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more Overwatch esports stuff like this, maybe hit that subscribe button and check out these videos here.